All right, I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Opposed? That's carried. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, that takes us through to the staff report on the Rawhiti water zone rezoning and pressure management trial report.
Good afternoon. I haven't prepared a presentation to speak to this report, but if I may, I would like to highlight the three takeaways out of this. So firstly, rezoning and pressure management are challenging tasks that take longer to implement than what was originally anticipated. And this is mainly because of the many iterations that's needed between to align theory with actual practice. Secondly, the benefits that were initially identified have all been realized, but for various reasons, they're not readily measurable. There is, however, a clear link between enhanced water management and which is also aligned with our smart water network objectives. And we now have more data points to improve water management in the Rawhiti zone and to reap the benefits of pressure management. And then lastly, we will continue to implement the rezoning blueprint, but at a slower pace than what was originally envisaged. We also recognise that pressure management may not be feasible throughout, especially in those areas where we are supplying water into elevated storage reservoirs. We are actively promoting responsible and forward-thinking fire designs to better enable pressure management into the future. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, Michelle. So, but my question is also around 4.1.1, because when you, and this is one of the reasons for the delay, that you had to upgrade around 2,500 metres of water supply mains, but you're actually reducing the pressure. So why did that have to be? I would have thought you would have had to upgrade them if you were increasing the pressure.
So in areas where there's large pressure and where the network has been established before to support that large pressure, it's easier to get the water flowing through at a certain flow rate if the pressure is high. If we reduce the pressure, it's a bit of a bottleneck, and therefore to secure our customer service levels for each customer to have a specific pressure at the front of their site, it was necessary to upgrade pipes so that we can make sure that we still meet those service levels.
Well, thanks for that. I was just mystified. And so, are you able to now? You've got the data around this, and you've got the model. Are you allowed to transpose this to other zones where it's appropriate?
Yes, I think the lessons learned through this 5-year program has been of great benefit and is actually reshaping our program going forward on how we are going to do it.
Fantastic. Councillor Harrison-Hunt?
Kia ora. I've just got some questions around the more economic parts of the report, and around how do I word this? It's predominantly around fire engineers and other staff associated with that. Do we mostly hire internally to assess all of the different parts of the trial within our mandate? So, for example, are we using our staff, or are we using consultants to assess the fire sprinklers, etc.?
Most of that work has been done in-house. Where we needed to use the model to provide us with information, that's supported externally. But the communication with the fire sprinkler companies, the letters, the getting the data, the going through the data, the letters to the individual property owners has all been done by us internal staff.
Really cool. No, that's fine. Thank you so much.
No more questions. Oh, Councillor Kewen?
It's just a pretty generic one, but just around with any of the pressure changes or tests and stuff, are we confident in our firefighting abilities in those zones?
Yes,
cool.
They've been tested by external suppliers as well to verify.
Just double. And another generic question on, because one of the problems in LA was when the power goes out, the pumps go out. Do we have that situation in these?
We have a power. It's not directly related to this, but we have a resilience strategy where we have key pump stations equipped with generators. They're not equipped to not all the pump stations have generators, and they're not equipped to supply during a peak demand period. But they are equipped to provide an average demand, and which should be sufficiently to provide the basic FW2 fire flow that we kind of.
Yeah,
are required to deliver.
Their problem came in that the fires got to where the generators were as well. So
Yeah.
then it doesn't work, or we've got to back up.
One of the benefits of Christchurch, because of our system is decentralized, we don't just have one treatment plant and one pump station. We actually have various routes that can support such an incident.
Good questions too. Councillor Harrison-Hunt, another one.
Again, back to the economics side of things. So the estimate was 1.8 and the total was 5.4. Can you talk to me about the reasons why there's a $3 million gap there?
I would compare the 1.8 with the 3.3. The smart water network, in my opinion, was not part of the original scope. The difference is likely to more refined modelling that was done. The initial work was based on concepts. After more modelling, more pipes were identified. As I mentioned in the report, for Rawhiti, it was a bit unique as well in that there were many more submains that were really out of capacity even before the pressure management started. So there was a bit more work that had to be done. Generally, the upgrades or the renewals, it would have been part of renewals, but because we wanted to do it at a certain time period, we basically brought back renewals in order to provide those upgrades.
I see. So you're just moving budget across to, facilitate it. That's cool. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, I'm happy to move this. Councillor Harrison-Hunt, would you like to second it? Since you asked so many questions. Is there any debate or discussion? The report, all those in favour say aye. Opposed, that's carried. Right, so that takes us through to item